And let's get started by opening up a VoiceThread. I'm going to scroll way down to find a specific one, and I'm going to simply click on it to open it up. Now, some of you may have seen this VoiceThread before. I like to use it as a really strong example of all the different things you can do in VoiceThread. It's a really versatile example of all the different types of features that you can use. So the basic layout of a VoiceThread is to have the media here in the center. And if you're familiar with the older version, you can see how the media here is much bigger. It takes up your full browser, so it's really easy for you to see all the details. You have the title up at the top and some basic information about yourself, and then you have the timeline at the bottom. This timeline is segmented, as you can see, and each of those segments represents a different comment that has already been made on the VoiceThread. Those comments are also represented over here on the left as images. So I can see the image of the person who recorded the comment, and I can click on it to jump straight to it. So again, you have the media in the center. This is the thing that you're talking about. And then you have the conversation that happens on the left side, and it's represented by the timeline at the bottom. What's interesting about this VoiceThread is that the instructor did not upload a piece of media for his main slide. He didn't have a document or a PowerPoint or any other thing that he wanted to talk about. He simply wanted to kick off a conversation. And that's one really great use of VoiceThread. It might not be a graded assignment, and it might not be something that the students have to do a lot of research for. It could just be a replacement for a text-based discussion board. So this instructor wanted to just record himself speaking directly onto the slide. And you'll have the option to do that. We'll go over creating a VoiceThread in just a moment, and you'll be able to simply use your webcam to record straight onto the slide without having to do anything in advance. We'll see when I start playing this VoiceThread that this first segment of the timeline is actually the video here in the middle. So that's going to play first.
Hi folks, my name is Larry Reagan. I'm the Director of Faculty Development for Penn State's World Campus. Every year...
And I'll pause that, but you can see how his video just plays right in the center, and it's a good conversation starter. He can kick off the conversation, he can tell people what he expects of them, and he could even tell them how to get involved, how to comment themselves. Once his video is done playing, the next comment on this slide will start playing. And that is this one over here. That's Brian Young. We'll see that Brian also used his webcam to comment. That's one of the ways that you can interact. So when I start playing his comment, it will be a video.
Hi Larry, this is Brian Young. I'm
I
an
can
instructional
resize.
designer with ETS here at Penn State.
And I can even move it.
I'd like to jump and piggyback on Mark's comment about usability and add to that I think...
So we see when we play back a video comment, you can still see the person who recorded, which is a really powerful feature, especially if you're using online courses. Your students can really see your face as you comment. But you can also change that size and move it around so that it appears in the best place for you. If you don't want to use the webcam, and a lot of people don't, you can also use your microphone to record. And that's what Mark has done down here. So I'm going to click on his picture to jump straight to him. We can see that.
Hi Larry, Mark Heckel. I think one of the key components that you have to have...
So there's not a whole lot to see. It's just audio playing back. If you have this little comment bubble open, it just indicates that there is an audio comment playing. Then finally, you can record using text. And that is what Mike has done. So again, his comment appears in the comment bubble next to his name. With the text comment, just like with the video, I can drag it to be larger so that I can see all of his text in one view. Or if I make it smaller, I can still scroll it. And I can even move it around. So if you need to see what's happening behind the text and this bubble is in the way, just move it around to a place that's more convenient for you. In this version of VoiceThread, you will get one identity image over here on the left per comment. And if some of you are a lot more familiar with the older version, you'll know that you used to only get one image per comment, and that is what's going to make your conversations much more understandable or easy to follow in this newer version. If you comment 6 times, you get 6 images over here on the left, and they appear in the correct order based on where your comment falls in the timeline. So it's really easy for you to figure out exactly who has participated. You can see who those people are by hovering over their names in this way. And this list of comments scrolls for as long as you need, so it can hold as many voices as you'd like. Now, a VoiceThread doesn't have to just be one slide. In this case, it starts with a video slide, but then it goes on to use some other types of media as well. I'm going to use the arrow in the bottom right corner to get to the next slide. And this is a completely different type. This is not a playable piece of media, so it's not a video, it's not an audio file. It's simply a PDF. This could just as easily have been a document or a PowerPoint presentation as well. So you can upload all of those standard files into your VoiceThread. I like to come to this one because it's completely blank at this point. There are no comments on it yet, and that's a good place for us to see how commenting actually works. When you're ready to dive in and actually participate in a VoiceThread, instead of just listen to what's already there, you come to the bottom and you click on this plus button. And this will fan out all of the commenting options that are available to you. Here you have the text option, which we saw on the previous slide. Up here at the top in the middle, you have the microphone. That's probably the one that people will use the most often, just because it's really quick and easy. And you also have the webcam option, which we saw on that previous slide. So you just select the one that you'd like to use, and you can begin commenting. You also have 2 alternatives on here, and both of them are audio comments. The telephone option allows you to record using your telephone, so that's a good alternative if you don't have access to a microphone. And then way over here on the right, you have the option to upload a pre-recorded file. That could be an audio file or a video file. So if you have something else already recorded that you want to use as your comment, you just upload it right there. In my case, I'm going to pick the microphone option, and I will allow access on this pop-up. And now the VoiceThread is immediately recording my voice. I have a stop recording button down at the bottom for when I'm done, and I can speak as long as I need to. I can speak for up to 60 minutes, so I don't expect that you'll hit that limitation. In addition, as I speak, I can also use my mouse as if it were a pen to click and drag on the screen and annotate on this slide as I go. So this is a really powerful tool to mark up text as I'm doing now, or draw attention to a specific thing on the slide, or circle something. You can even change the color by using the pencil icon down here at the bottom. This shows you all of your color options, so I could just pick another and continue my annotation. And all of this is saved in time with your voice. So you can tell your students, hey, look over here. This is exactly what I want to address in this comment. And you don't have to waste time with saying, look in the bottom left corner about an inch from the bottom. You just point directly to it, and you can pick out really nuanced details in your slides. When you're all done, hit stop recording. You can cancel or save. And now the VoiceThread is immediate. And if I save, we'll see that my comment immediately appears over here on the left side. Now I can also record another comment. So this time around, I will click on the plus again, click on the microphone again, but just leave a really short one. So I'll do that. I'll annotate my text a little bit and stop recording. And as soon as I complete my second comment, we'll see, let me go in and re-record. We'll see that my second identity image will appear over on the left. And there is my second comment. What's also great about this commenting channel is that if you own the VoiceThread, you actually get to control the order of the comments. So if you record your comments out of order, or you want to insert one further up, I could click and drag this comment and move it to the first position. And again, this is a feature you have if you own the VoiceThread that people are commenting on. But you can just reorder these comments as much as you need, and that helps the conversation to flow in a way that makes more sense. If for any reason you need help facilitating it, just go through and reorder them. In addition, you can always delete comments that you've made, or if you're the owner of the VoiceThread, you can delete anybody's comment from it. So if you have a student who needs a little bit of help, they need to delete a mistake or something like that, you can just click on the comment and then click on the trash can that shows up inside that bubble, and you can delete it. While it might not seem very important on the surface level, it's actually a really powerful tool to be able to delete your comments and re-record, because it allows students to iterate on what they're doing. What you will find is that students self-edit as they listen to their own voices. I think we all do it. I definitely do, because I use VoiceThread quite a bit myself. And when I listen to my comments back, I will think about how much better I could say something, and I'll often try again and give it another shot.